Okay, this is my first video ever. I'm going to be making another flower painting. I think I'm going to turn this into a series. I started with the yellow flowers and then I made the red pansies. So I think I'm going to do purple flowers today. So let's see how this goes. So the first thing I'm going to do is to put down my white pillow. This is PPG, very thick. I don't want to put too much down because I'm not going to spin this. Because I want to keep the straight lines, and once I get the blooms down, I don't want to distort everything. So I'm just going to spread the pillow over everything. And you might notice I have a piece of plywood underneath my canvas. I use the cake spinner that everyone knows and loves from Amazon. It spins incredibly well. But I started working with some larger canvases and wanted a way of supporting those larger canvases so that I could spin them. I probably didn't need to do it for this size. This is 12 by 16, and this will fit on that spinner without any modifications. But I had the plywood on there, so I've decided I'm just going to leave it. So I'm going around, and again, because I'm not going to spin, I want to make sure I get all my sides covered. I may end up taking a little bit off the center because it looks to be very thick in the middle. I didn't tighten up my canvas. We'll see if that becomes an issue later, because I do have quite a bit of paint on there. Then once I got to, I think, a thickness that will work, actually I may give it a little spin to try to even things out. Make sure it's not going to hit anything. I'm cleaning up my spatula because I'm going to use this one to actually swipe the black cell activator. You can see it doesn't actually spread out very much. I'm afraid to really get this spinning. It is quite a big piece of plywood. All right, let's try it once more. Yeah, it looks like I've evened out all my marks from when I dragged the paint around. Oh, I can see it sagging in the middle. I can see the paint's pulling away from my edges. Oh, actually, the spinning appears to help. Let me give it a few more spins. So what I remember, this is going to take 3 or 4 swipes to actually get that background onto the white. Alright, I think another set of spins will take care of it. Alright, that looks good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the black cell activator, the back of my spatula, and then I'm going to drag it across lengthwise. Wipe off the spatula, pass 2, and what I found is the background looks different each time I do it. But that's what kind of adds a little rustic look to it. I'm not looking for a perfect background here. I'm looking for something that gives a little texture and depth. Wasn't a very good pass, was it? Might try that again. Never done this. Never saw what happened when I made 2 passes in the same spot. We'll see what happens. Oh, must be a hole or something in the canvas. A little low spot. I kind of like the looks of that. Give you a little extra background. Alright, one last pass. Alright, there's the background. Now, I'd gotten questions on my previous posts of whether or not I actually let this dry before making the blooms, and I do not. So right from here, I'm going to go right into the blooms. I'm kind of liking that background, actually. I'm going to give it a little spin. I might want to try to get the background extended all the way over the edge. Actually, what I might do is just kind of tilt it. Being careful not to dump the painting right onto the alright, I think that's gonna do. I might give it a spin again. Whoop. Quite enough force. Give it a little more speed. I apologize if my narration isn't coming out too clearly. I forgot to try to hook up my microphone, so it might be a little hard to hear. I might end up going and overdubbing if I can. All right. One last set of spins with a little more vigor. Getting close to getting it over the edge. That's the side I started swiping on, so there's not going to be a lot of paint there. Alright, looks good. I got some coming over the edge. Alright, so this is the bottom, that's the top. Not that it really matters, but that's the way I oriented it last time, so that's the way I'll continue. So I want to do purple this time. Not sure how I'm going to arrange these. The yellow ones had the 3 blooms kind of in a triangle shape. The red one had 4 alternating. I might do 3. You know, thinking of the rule of thirds, I might do 3 going up on a diagonal. We'll see how that works. This is kind of a one-shot deal. Now, colors I don't really remember. I know I have Diox purple in here. The others I don't remember, so unfortunately I didn't label my paint containers. These are leftover paints that I had from before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down my paints, put on my cell activator, and then blow. And do that 3 times. Alright. So, looking at thirds. Actually, I might do this in fifths. Because I want to end there. I'll put one in the middle and one over there. Alright, so one pretty low. Tell I must have a little unevenness in my spinner because it keeps wanting to spin around on me. Alright, this one I believe is an eye candy shifting pigment with the Valspar Ultra. Kind of dulls the colors on these, and it doesn't look that impressive, but when it dries it's going to look fantastic. Alright, so here's my black cell activator. This is Lamp Black. Alright, that looks pretty good. Cells, I'm not sure how they're going to hold up, but I'll do the 3 blooms and then I'll come and I will actually use my toothpick to kind of give us the look of petals. Okay, one right smack dab in the middle. I was just about to say, you got to be careful not to spill any of the purple on the background because you can't really fix it. Hopefully it'll get covered when I blow it out. If not, oh well. Alright, bloom number 3. Then I'll go back after I make my petals. I will show how I make the little, it kind of looks like a stem even though it's not green. Good. Alright, so I'm going to grab my toothpick, kind of make some petals. Take care of that little drop of purple. All right, now what I'm going to put some of those same colors on the end of the toothpick, and I'm going to drag it down from the bottom center. I like the look. Kind of makes it look like a stem, as I said. You can see I just loaded up onto the end of the toothpick. Let the bulk of it drip off. There we go. And that is it. It is ready to go. I'm going to go put this up to dry. Kind of like it. So stay tuned for the next one in the series.